Okay, great. So to wrap up SOAR 2024, we have the honor to welcome Mr. Vineet Jain, a distinguished finance transformation expert with over 2 decades of experience, who will discuss fostering innovation, managing costs, and addressing global challenges. Global challenges such as political instability, emerging market growth, inflation, de-dollarization, financial market controls, sector consolidations, and generational wealth shifts are significantly influencing discretionary spending, thereby shaping the landscape of innovation. This keynote session will explore how cost remains a crucial factor in an era characterized by technology-driven innovation and optimized processes. Mr. Vineet Jain, currently the Director of Finance Transformation, CFO Services at Genpact USA, has held key positions at IBM, Fidelity Investments, and Oracle Corporation, with academic achievements including a BCom-H, Chartered Accountant, and MBA. Mr. Jain excels in finance diagnostics and transformation. He has contributed academically to the Association of Finance Professionals, Institute of Management Accountants, and prestigious accounting and finance journals. He has a fellow membership in the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Mr. Jain is a pioneer in automation, driving digitization for enhanced efficiency and team empowerment, showcasing unwavering dedication to finance excellence. Welcome, Mr. Jain, and thanks for being here with us today. The floor is yours.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. I'm sure you all might be very tired because of all the presentations you are having. So I just make sure that I will keep the presentation very light and very current so that everybody can understand and be involved in this. So first of all, so our topic is the fostering innovations and managing. So thank you, Mary, for all the good introduction. Yeah, and this is my pleasure to be here to address. So ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you. And thank you for being here today. And we are living in the era of unprecedented change. And you see the technological advancements and they're unfolding everywhere. And we are seeing it's very dizzying, so much things are happening day by day. So in a span of decade, the way we work and communicate even thing has transformed. But have you ever wondered, why these changes are happening and why do some innovations stick and why other fades in obscurity? So let's deep dive into the first exploring the top 5 innovations, according to me, that have captured the global attention. So I'm sure these topics might be having covered in there, so you can easily relate to all this, why these top 5 innovations are changing the world. The first one is artificial intelligence. So AI has moved beyond just a buzzword. It is revolutionizing industries from predictive analytics to the customer service chatbots. AI is almost everywhere. But why AI is so impactful? The answer lies in its ability to process vast amount of data and learn from it. This means business can make informed decisions, automate repetitive tasks, and even predict the future trends. Imagine the time saved and the accuracy gained when mundane tasks are no longer in your plate. The blockchain, originally associated with the cryptocurrencies, blockchain has evolved into something called very significant. It offers a secure, transparent way of recording transactions and tracking assets. Is it true blockchain can change the world? Absolutely. From supply chain to the health records, the potential for application are vast, and the level of security in the blockchain is unparalleled. This is not as a step forward,
There must be a delay. Mm-hmm.
It's not about it will change the game, but the question is when. The next one is the 5G technologies, and we are using this every day, every faster, more reliable internet is no longer a luxury. It's become a necessity. 5G technologies is really revolutionizing everything from remote work to the smart cities. But 5G, that a big deal? Consider this. With 5G, the latency between the devices is being reduced to zero. This means a seamless communication with the billions of devices, enabling the Internet of Things to thrive never before. And the fifth one, which I think the CRISPR and the gene editing. The ability to edit genes is no longer a science fiction. CRISPR technology allows us to precisely alter DNA, which could lead to the cure genetic diseases. But does this innovation comes without a risk? The ethical implications are significant, but so are potential benefits. Imagine a world where genetics are the things of the past. Now, you might be thinking, these innovations are incredible, but how do I foster these innovations in my normal life? The answer is simple than what you think. Innovation doesn't just happen in a lab or a startup. It happens when you are open to the new ideas and willing to experiment and fail. The first thing is how to foster the innovation is cultivating the mindset. Always be curious. Whenever it's a new software or a new approach to a problem, being open to learning is the first step of the innovation. Innovation rarely happens in isolation. Surround yourself with a diverse perspective in teams. 1% idea can spark other percent idea, leading to breakthrough that won't happen alone. And leveraging the technology, use the tools at your disposal. If AI can automate the task, let it. This frees up your time for more creative and strategic work. Learn about the new technologies in your field and think about how they can be applied to your work. But there is a cost involved to it, right? The rising cost. But with all innovations, the cost is a major factor. Have you ever noticed how expensive it is to keep up these with advancements? We just know the benefits, but the cost is huge behind it. Whether it is upgrading to the latest software or implementing a new system or acquiring a new skill to manage these technologies, the investment is very significant. Just for an example, take the Chat GPT. I'll share some of the facts. Chat GPT consumes 500,000 kilowatt of electricity each day, an staggering amount enough to service 200 million requests. A single Chat GPT conversation uses about 50 centiliter of water. How much is it? Equivalent to one plastic bottle of water. So just think about a single Chat GPT conversation takes this much of electricity. The rising cost isn't just about technology. It's about people. Talented people, professionals who can manage these innovations are high in demand, and their salaries reflect that. But why this is happening? Part of the answers lies in the demand and supply of products and services and talent. Remember the recent news you have heard about the Google spent $2.7 billion to bring back an AI expert, securing his return through a deal with the character AI? So this is also an impact on the global events. This also impacts. Take into account the global events, just such as Ukraine war, Russia war, or the Middle East, for instance. The supply chain disruptions and economic uncertainty have driven up the cost, the raw material and the finished goods. Let's talk about a little bit of the broader economic landscape, the oil dominance, currency manipulations, wars, and global trade dynamics all play a role in the cost. For example, just think we have Japan carry trade, which happens recently, right? When investor borrowed in the yen and due to the low interest rate and invested in high yielding currencies and has an impact on the global yen demand. This in turn influences the global markets. Currency is often being used as a tool to bolster the economy, sometimes at the expense of others. But how this affect the companies? Well, it drives up the cost due to the fluctuations. Companies can manage their rising cost by reducing the discretionary spendings, evaluating their return on investments more rigorously, and even reducing the important expenses like corporate travels. The push for AI, right? Now let's return to the AI. There is a strong push towards AI. Despite concerns, it could render certain jobs just like absolute. Is it true that AI could replace the job that requires education and experience? Unfortunately, yes. But here is a catch. AI will replace some jobs, but it will create the new ones. The challenge is that new jobs require a skill that current workforce doesn't have and they don't possess. So what it means to you? It means that even if you are having a strong academic knowledge, decades of experience, or an advanced degree, you must or you may need to adapt. Knowing how to use AI-based tools will be essential as knowing how to use email or social media. Whether it's a prompting the AI or getting responses on understanding latest AI products or market, staying up to date is crucial. As technology becomes more integrated in our work lives, it is essential to manage it effectively. This means regularly reviewing your systems, processes, ensuring they are up to date. Don't let the cost of new technologies or fear of change hold you back. Instead, think of these investments as necessary step towards staying competitive. Remember the old days of social media when there are countless of platforms which were having a lot of attentions. Over the time, market consolidated, and now you see a dominance of few players like Facebook, like LinkedIn. The same will happen to AI. Eventually, a handful of companies will offer a comprehensive package services that will cater to the masses. Those who adapt early will be better positioned to thrive. In conclusion, the world is changing at an incredible pace, driven by innovations and shaped by the global forces. While these changes bring challenges, they also bring tremendous opportunities. By fostering a culture of innovation, staying informed, managing technology wisely, you can not only keep up the times, but also benefit personally and professionally. Ask yourself, are you ready to embrace these changes? Are you prepared to invest in your future, learn new skills, and adapt to the evolving world? The answer should be resounding yes. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll open to questions. And in case any of you would like to connect with me, I have a QR code. You can just scan and connect to me in the LinkedIn. I'll open for the questions, if any.
There is one question here, Mr. Jain. Dr. DeVetto asks, what are your thoughts on regulating and monitoring the proliferation of AI, especially in the entry-level sectors of international businesses?
Yes. So AI is advancing at such a pace that it is taking over the regulations requirements. You see how much the AI is developing. There are so many use cases coming every day. So of course, there is a need of the regulatory authorities, and it will happen in the future. It happened with the cryptocurrency, they are trying, as it happened with the stock market, as it happened with the investments. So regulations will definitely come, and it will be there to control the AI. There are a lot of positives, but could be the bad users also for the AI. So think from that perspective. And when these concern comes in, regulations always comes in place. And so it is right now, it's a very nascent stages because AI is moving so fast than projected. Think about 2 years ago, didn't know about how much AI importance is. But now even my fifth grader is trying to use AI for his work, which I'm asking him to use his own creativity. So AI is going very fast, and regulatory authorities will be after this. And there is a strict need of regulations to remove the bad factors out of it.
Okay. There is another one from Professor Maritza Adonis. She's saying, any recommendations for top 3 tools or trainings that educators should consider to obtain training on AI?
Yes. So training for AI, first of all, think about how AI works. And it is very difficult to understand the algorithms. So I would say the first training is should be around how to use AI for being more efficient. And the first thing I will say, the prompting training. So how to prompt the AI. If you change the prompt in a different way, you will get the different results. But frankly speaking, people can write the entire book with AI if they have a right prompt to it. So I would say the training of the prompting of the AI is the first thing. Second thing, we have to find out the use cases for the AI. It is developing so fast, but for wherever your area, whether it's a medical science or finance, try to use and find the tools which can be useful for your purpose. And I can't say that exactly this is tool is good, because you don't know, after a month and so it will be a new tool coming up. But open your mind, understand, first of all, the prompting will be always be there. This should be the essential. And second thing I would say, try to find out the tool which can you relate to. For example, lawyers have a tool called Lawyer GPT. For example, it can help you in finding the contract and all. Some medical diagnostic GPTs are also there. So, and also, that you can build the GPT for yourself also. So if you go to ChatGPT and create a prompt and keep tweaking the prompt, just for an example, I created recently a GPT for finance that, and I created the prompt like that. I want you to be a finance expert. You should be knowing all the regulations of finance. You should be knowing the accounting standard. And your answer should be in 2 lines. So if you these kind of prompts, you can create your own, GPT. And this will help you a lot in answering the question. I created the GPT for my kids for the storytelling. So it can speak up the story in the night in the specific, theme or like that. So I would say the prompting, the first thing, and second thing, try to find the tool which you can relate in your work.
Okay. Oh, thank you for that. There is another question from Venus Sosa Iglesias. She's saying, what are your thoughts on China's social credit system, which incorporate AI technologies to collect and analyze personal data?
Yeah. So AI is advancing in China and everywhere, frankly. And recently, the China regulations has relaxed, and they are reducing the interest rate and prompting the more investments. And that's why you have seen the interest in the China stocks are going faster. So it is good that this is happening, because China was being considered as a very I would say constrained economy, where they have a regulation strict to themselves, but now they are opening up the interest rates and lowering, so that they compete and invite the global investments. And also this will help the companies who are there already working and helping gaining the more investments, which was earlier not possible. So China is going well in terms of the policy changes which happened in the recent past. So I see a good future, in the coming months.
Okay, thank you very much. There is one last question here from Manu Jain.
तस्वीर भाई जरा चेंज ये सामान लेने का था थोड़ा पैसा लेने ये कुरमुरा ये अच्छा रहेगा ना
Okay, Manu Jain asks, why VCs invest in AI when there is so drastic shift in economics across? We are in recession like in 2008. AI has been a major contributor. Any thoughts?
Yeah. So it's not about the AI specifically. VC invest in the area where they see growth potential. So think about the mentality of VC is identify the venture which can multiply or become a unicorn over the time. So AI is just, you can say, a mediator of the technology which is there. If you have some kind of concept and idea where VC thinks that this has a very growing potential, they will invest in it. And of course, sometimes it happens like a trend. Like earlier, it used to happen, any company who is involved in the blockchain, so used to get an investment. And now you see any company who has a domain name in the AI is considered as a candidate for the very growth potential. So you can say that this is a kind of trends which happen sometimes, but from the VC's perspective, they just don't go about the trends, but they go about all the companies, whether the AI, non-AI, but having a very great growth potential. after it. And as you say, the trend is towards the AI, and also it is easy for VCs to, to get the attention of VCs for with these kind of companies.